Hey guys, welcome back. For today's video, I'm going to be doing another one brand tutorial featuring LA colors. I've actually never done a dedicated one brand look with this brand, but I have a lot of favorites and this brand is super affordable. The most expensive products that I have in today's video is $9. So I believe everything is like $9 or $10 and under, and a lot of stuff is even like $1 to $3. So super affordable. You can get it at Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, Five Below, online of course, and then they have these 3D Faux Mink Lashes that you can get at Walmart. You kind of have to travel a little bit for this stuff, but a lot of the stuff is really good. I mean, I have tried a couple duds, but overall the brand is cute and I like it, and today we're doing a full face. So I hope you guys enjoy. We are just gonna get into it, so grab a snack and let's play with some LA colors. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna start with the brows, and I'm gonna use the LA Colors Browie Wowie brow pencil, and this one I have in the shade dark. So this I actually picked up from Family Dollar. I do like this brow pencil. It's not bad. I just wish it was a little bit thinner, but we all have our preferences with brow products. Some people like a thicker brow pencil, so if you do, this is really good, especially for the price. But if you want something a little bit thinner, I would probably pass on this. This is the only one that I could find. I'm not sure if they have another brow pencil. It is doable, like I said, but I feel like this is really good if you like a thicker brow. I used to use brow pencils like this all the time because my brows used to be thick AF, which is not my vibe anymore. I mean, sometimes nowadays they can look a little thick, but in general I like something a little bit thinner versus what I used to do, so that's why I like to use a thinner brow pencil. But again, it's not a bad product. It's actually a really good formula too. Then for pomade, this I actually do really like. This is the brow pomade, and this one is in dark brown. So it just looks like this. It's like a little tiny pot. And at first I thought it was gonna be a little bit too light when I tested this out the other day, but it's actually a great color. I'm just gonna use a little Profusion brow brush and just fill in the rest of my brows. This is a really good formula as well. It's like super creamy. So the brow products I actually really like. Okay. This brow needs some help, so let's clean these brows up. This is why usually I like to clean them up, because if I don't, this happens. So sometimes I go a little overboard with the pomade, or I just feel like my brows don't look symmetrical, so cleaning them up for me always helps a ton. So I actually just used this the other day also. I used all these products the other day. Some of them I've used many times, but some of these were like newer products, and this is actually really good. It's their Ultimate Cover Concealer. This is only $4. It has really great coverage, a nice soft matte finish, but it's very creamy. It's not drying on the skin though, so I'm going to use this right on the back of my hand just to clean up the brows, and this one's in the shade Wheat. But I'm just going to use this just to clean up right under the brows. You could only do under, or you could do above the brow as well. I like to do both, but it's whatever you like. And then I'm just going to blend that out. So brows are pretty much all done. LA Colors didn't have an eyelid primer, and I don't really like to use concealer anymore on my lids, so I'm just gonna use an eyeshadow primer. This one's from CoverGirl. It's the Lid Lock Primer. I've been really loving this, so I'm just gonna prime my lids. This works with like all of my shadows, and it's amazing. So I'm just gonna put this on all over. This is like $9, so still under the $10 price point in today's video. I also wanted to mention right now on my lips, I'm wearing the LA Colors, okay. In all of my one brand tutorials, I always say, I'm not gonna say the brand, and I always end up saying the brand, but this is their lip oil, and this one is in Honey Bun. I found this actually at Five Below, and I've really been loving it. I think before makeup, it's like a super lightweight lip oil. Not anything too intense like that you would wear maybe before bed or anything, but like for like an everyday kind of lip oil, it's nice. Now let's get into eyeshadow. So I got the Nude Heat 18 color eyeshadow palette. This is actually really cute. So the colors, you do kind of have to work with them a little bit. They're not super buttery and creamy right off the bat, but they definitely are pigmented. You just kind of have to take your time with the shades. But from what I did use the other day, I do like this palette. So this is what we're doing today. So let's do it. All right, I'm gonna start off with this color right here, and I'm gonna be applying that right in my crease. So some of the colors are a little bit more vibrant than others, but again, once you build them up and kind of just play with them a little bit, overall this is a really good palette for it being only $9 and having 18 shades. Like, I really can't complain. Then I'm going to go into this cranberry color, and I'm going to apply that on the outer crease. Also towards the lid as well. I really love this shade. I used this the other day. So right here, it's a little splotchy, but we're gonna just blend that out. This is kind of what I mean, like when some of the colors you have to like work with them, take your time a little bit more than others, but it's definitely doable, again, for like a $9 palette. Then I'm gonna go into this really light kind of pinky shade. I'm gonna apply that all over my lid. I'm gonna spray my brush because I just like to do that personally. I'm gonna use this little setting spray, which I'm gonna use later on as well. Ooh, yes. The shimmers are really nice in this palette. I'm gonna take a little bit of this color right here on the end, and I'm gonna apply that just to blend out the edges of that shimmer. Just right in the center. Whew, I'm gonna just wipe away this fallout that I have on my face because it's like tickling my nose. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze any minute now, so. But this is really cute. I feel like the shimmer always brings everything together. So this color really impressed me when I used this palette for the first time. This black shade in here is actually really, really good. So I'm gonna use some of that. And I'm just gonna kind of drag that along the outer lash line. I'm gonna use a different brush. Just for a little smoked out kind of look. This black is actually really, really good. Like, it's a good shade. And it's hard to find a good black, like not just from affordable palettes, but like in general, a lot of blacks, they're not really actually black, but this is amazing. Next up for mascara, I have the Drama Lash Mascara. This for me was a dud. This didn't really do much for my lashes, but I'm gonna use it again today anyways because it's what I have. I feel like it's not absolutely terrible. Maybe as like a little bit of a tinted brow gel, it could work more than a mascara. The wand is a little bit big, but it's definitely, I feel like, doable for the brows versus the eyes where I feel like it didn't do a whole lot. It also has like a different kind of scent. It kind of smells like tea, like a tea bag. It's so weird. I know I'm like so weird when I describe my scents, but that's what it reminds me of. It's different for sure. Then for lashes, I'm gonna go in with the 3D Faux Mink Lashes in the style Drew. So I don't love all of the style of lashes of LA Colors. Some of them are super difficult to apply, like the band is just not really flexible and it takes forever to put on the lashes, but some of them are a little bit more seamless. Like these look like they have a nice seamless band, as you can see. So I feel like these are gonna be easy to apply. I don't think I've ever tried these before. The styles in general are also pretty natural. Some of them I like more than others. This is like what they look like. They're like really full and fluffy. Ooh, I always like to put the lash on first. Oh, I think these are gonna be pretty. Okay, I like these. So in the meantime, while my lash glue dries, we are gonna move into the skin. I'm gonna prime, prep it, get it ready to go. So I have the Skin Perfecting Primer. So this apparently is supposed to prep your skin and fill in your pores. Honestly, when I used this for the first time, I mean, maybe my opinion can change on it today, but when I tested this out, I wasn't crazy about it. It's kind of like this slippery sort of balm, and it didn't do much as far as pore filling. My skin was soft, but like it was nothing like life-changing. So you really have to kind of dig in there to get like a thick kind of balm consistency, because if not, it's really just gonna feel like a silicone kind of, I don't know, like almost like Vaseline. But when you dig your finger in, you can get it to be a little bit thicker. But I feel like as far as pore filling, this doesn't do a whole lot. I would much rather use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I feel like that one gives me that smooth effect and it makes my makeup last all day. So it makes your skin soft, but it doesn't really do a whole lot with filling in your pores. I feel like the Putty Primer from e.l.f. does a little bit of a better job than this, but it's not terrible. It's just personally not my favorite. It's not something that I would repurchase. For foundation, this I actually really love. I have talked about this in many videos. This is their Truly Matte Longwear High Pigment Foundation. I actually don't like the Radiant version foundation. I like the matte one more, but holy cow, this is really matte. So just a little FYI, make sure you're using a good hydrating primer. And I'm gonna go in with the shade Soft Beige. This has really good coverage, but it's just, like I said, it's very matte. But I do really like it. It's not drying on the skin, but I feel like if you have very dry skin, I would recommend, and you like matte foundations, just use something really hydrating underneath and make sure your skin is prepped well. I'm just gonna use my Haley's Beauty sponge just to pounce this in. Look at that coverage though. It is so smooth and it makes your skin look really soft, especially for, I think this is only like $6, like crazy. Might be a little like yellowy on my skin, but I think with concealer and everything it should definitely work. This foundation also does last all day. Like it's really, really good for the price. The shades aren't the greatest, to be honest. I feel like LA Colors could definitely work on their shades, especially when you're going into Family Dollar or like Five Below. Like they don't have a huge selection of shades. I feel like you could probably get more shades online versus in store. But that is what the foundation looks like. You can see it's matte, but it's a comfortable matte. Let me put on these lashes really quick. I really hope I can apply these. I was struggling the other day trying to apply a pair of lashes from LA Colors because they're not all very seamless. Like even these, I don't know how these are gonna be now that I put them on actually. Oh, the foundation looks really good though, I will say. So yeah, not terrible, not my favorite. If I had to repurchase them, I probably wouldn't, to be honest. But let's do concealer now, because the concealer I actually do really like for the under eye. So again, I'm gonna use the Ultimate Cover Concealer in the shade Wheat. This is a little bit less thick than the foundation, just a little FYI. So also does have a soft matte finish, but it's a little bit more runny and creamy. I'll do some highlighting today, because why not? You definitely have to work quick with this concealer. Also, if you let it sit for too long, like longer than like a minute, it's gonna be really difficult to blend. So work quickly. Maybe do one eye at a time. Maybe don't do what I just did. So pretty. I really actually do like the combination of the foundation with the concealer because they both just give you this soft kind of really pretty matte airbrush finish. So I got the same concealer in the darkest shade, and this one is in Truffle, and I'm gonna use this to cream bronze. So I'm gonna just put this right on the back of my hand. This is a really intense color, so I'm gonna be careful. I did do this the other day and I really liked the way it turned out, but a little bit goes a long way. So I'm just gonna, ooh, that's a lot, okay. I'm just gonna use my face and body brush from Fenty. See how creamy it is though? Like it really does melt into the skin. Just gives you such a pretty wash of color. So the concealer is probably, I mean, the foundation I love, I've tried it before, but like the concealer so far is like my newest like favorite product from this brand that I've tried that I feel like is so good. And even though these have good coverage, they feel lightweight. Like they don't feel heavy at all on the skin. Like even the concealer, it doesn't feel like a Tarte Shape Tape or anything like that. Okay, now I am gonna set everything. So I used this powder, you guys, and this is matte. Like oily skin people, listen up, you need this. I feel like for me personally and my like normal to combo skin slash like dry skin, like I have a little bit of everything right now, but for me, this would be really great in the summertime. I'm telling you, if you have oily skin, this is like gonna be a good blotting powder for you. It is so matte, it's actually crazy. I don't really honestly want to use it because the other day I used it and it was just way too matte on my skin. It just looked dry, but I don't have another powder. This is all that I could find at the store and even like online, so this is what we're using. I'm just gonna use a little bit though, just like under my eyes, like a tiny bit. And this one, by the way, is in Universal Translucent. The products are already pretty matte, so you don't really need to use a lot of powder anyway, because like, I mean, like I said, unless you have very oily skin, but I do like to put this on the T-zone mostly, but I'm pretty much just gonna use this everywhere. A little bit right under here. Like it's a really nice powder though. I just feel like for my skin right now in the winter time, this is not gonna be it, but definitely will be using this in the summer because it's It's intense. Now for bronzer. So one of my favorite bronzers is actually from LA Colors. It's in Beach Babe. This is their just traditional bronzer. I believe I got this from Family Dollar. It's very warm. I really, really like it a lot. It's a good formula. But I recently got this one from Five Below, which is much more cool toned. And this is also really good, I feel like, for nose contouring or if you want something a little bit less warm. So comparing both of them, you can see this one here is definitely more orangey and this one is a little bit more ashy. So I'm gonna use this one just to show you guys what the color looks like. This is actually nice though. Like if you want like a natural kind of contour color just to add some color back to your skin, it's pretty. And I like how the pan size is so big. Also for the nose, this is really good too. It's really smooth too. Like I'm impressed. This was only I think like $4 or $5. Okay, now for blush. So I got this palette online actually. This is the So Cheeky blush and highlighter palette, and I don't love this. I feel like this is a little ashy and it's not my favorite. The highlighters are pretty in here, they're very natural, but the blushes aren't really super pigmented like at all. You really have to like dig your brush in. So this palette is not my favorite. But LA Colors has amazing single blushes and single highlighters. So I would definitely recommend their single products versus like that palette. So one of my favorite blushes from them is actually from Dollar Tree. This is literally $1 and this one's in the shade Spice. It's just like a really natural everyday blush color. I love this one especially for fall. And I recently got the Rad Rouge blushes in Preppy and this one's really pretty too, just like an everyday kind of color. So they both actually kind of look the same. I promise they're not. This one's a little bit more peachy and this one's a little bit more mauvey. They look the same, but I feel like in person they look a little bit different. Like the undertone is a little bit different, but these are both amazing. And again, this is $1 and I think this is like $4. So I'm gonna use this one today because I feel like it kind of goes with the vibes. This like mauvey tone blush. And this is pretty. See that like really pretty wash of color? I love it. Oh, I love it. And then this one is also really pretty. Let me just put some on over top because I am like blush obsessed. I love like a good blush moment. Look at this. This is a little bit more peachy. You can see that, yeah. They're different. So yeah, I did a lot, but I love blush. Now for highlighter, this is an incredible product. It's their Strobing Illuminating Powder. This is so soft and pretty, but it still gives you like such a pretty glow. It's not like gonna be super glittery and like chalky. It's just very smooth and just very pretty. So I have a new favorite color. This one's in Gold Halo. I also really love the color Champagne. This one's pretty because it's kind of like a rose gold in a way. Like it has some gold with like a little bit of a pink undertone, but it's not anything like too much because I normally don't like pink highlighters, but this one is gorgeous. It's kind of hard to see it, like the true color. Maybe, hopefully you can see that a little bit. The swatch doesn't do it justice. On the skin, these are so, so pretty. And then I've talked about this highlighter before. This is also from Dollar Tree. This one's in the color Shine Bright, and this is incredible, you guys. This is $1, and it's like the prettiest white gold highlighter. Look at that. I have no words. This is normally like my go-to highlighter that I love for the inner corners whenever I'm doing like a really natural, sorry, focus, there we go. Whenever I'm doing something super natural in the eyes, I love putting this like a lot in the inner corners or on the brow bone. It's gorgeous. So this is $1. You literally can't beat it. So that is like one of my favorite Dollar Tree finds ever, like ever. So good. But today I'm gonna use this one because I feel like the kind of rose gold matches with the eye makeup that we have going on. Okay. Did I say this wasn't that intense? Because this is intense. I used a lot. Whew. I'm gonna blend that out because I normally don't use this much highlighter anymore, but oh, that is pretty. It's like gold, but like when you like move, it kind of looks a little bit like rose gold pink. I live for it. Okay, this lash is kind of like coming up. Like, do you see it? Like it's not fully down. So let's remove it and reapply it. I'm gonna do the lower lashes really quick while that lash dries. So I am gonna use this cranberry color right here that we used earlier. And then for the inner corners, I'll probably use this shade right here, which is like a really light pink. Almost forgot, I do have a liner here. This is their auto eyeliner, and this one is in the shade brown. I have tried their black one, but I figured I would get brown because I love brown liner. Okay, not bad. Kind of have to go over your waterline a couple times, but Let me try putting on this lash again. I think it's kind of doing the same thing that it just did, but it's fine. It's okay. We're just gonna move on. Okay, last but not least, well, besides setting spray, lips, of course, can't forget them. So I'm gonna just try this color on because it doesn't match with what I'm wearing or with the eye makeup, but I'm gonna try it on because then I'm also gonna do a lipstick, which this is what I was originally gonna use. I used this the other day and it was way too splotchy on the lips, but I'll show you guys what it looks like. But I never tested this out. This is their Velvet Plush Creamy Lip Color, and this one I got in the color Twist. So it's like an orangey kind of shade. I also couldn't find their lip liners. They are not available online, and then in stores I didn't see them. I went to like 4 different stores, so we're just gonna freehand it with no lip liner. Oh, okay, orange. It smells good though. Should have got a vampy color in these, but I wasn't sure how the formula was gonna be, but it feels nice. Kind of giving me like summer vibes, like with the orange lip. I'm not mad about it, just not for this look or this time of year. Oh gosh, yeah, my lashes, they don't look good. Wow. Ay Dios. Ooh, this feels good. I want to get more colors in this. Like, I definitely agree with the Velvet Creamy Lip Color. Like, I agree. Like, it feels like basically like a satin liquid lipstick where the finish just feels creamy and comfortable and not drying or matte. But this feels really good. I wish I would have got more colors because this is better than the lipstick that I'll show you right now. Again, I don't have any lip liners, so I'm just going to use lipstick on its own. So this one is their matte lipstick, and this one's in the shade Bewitched. Okay, it actually doesn't look as splotchy as it looked. I tested this out yesterday and it was like super splotchy, but today it actually doesn't look bad. See, this is why like I like to test out products more than once, because like it might look terrible the first time, or it might be amazing and then you test it out again and your opinion completely changes. Okay, I'm actually loving this with this eye makeup. Like, ooh, okay, wait, like I'm actually like loving this. The thing that I feel like I don't like the most in today's video are these lashes, but everything else, like I'm actually like living for. Then to set everything, I'm going to use the setting spray. It says it helps extend makeup wear. I kind of agree with this, honestly. Like, I sprayed the heck out of my face the other day and my makeup lasted like for over like 8-9 hours. So this is good. I'll keep testing it out obviously with other products that I love, but like so far from what I did use, it's good. The spritzer is not my favorite. It kind of shoots out like a little aggressively, but it wasn't terrible when I used it. Let's use it again though. It smells good though. It kind of smells like cucumber. Like real cucumbers. The main reason I hate these lashes. No matter what you do with some of the bands, they just constantly lift. And I'm like, what is the issue? Like, what do I have to do for this to stick? Okay, I bought another pair just because I wasn't sure how they were going to be. Like I said, I only tried a couple styles from them before and I only liked one. So I got these 2 styles. So I have another one here that I wanted to test out. These are in the style Cocoa. So let's try these out. So that is what these look like. Okay, so this is the completed makeup look, and I think you guys can probably already tell the product that I hate the most in today's video, and that is probably these lashes. Like, do you see this one lifting again? Like, I don't know what to do. I use the same lash glue that I always use, and every once in a while I come across a couple pairs of lashes that just don't stick. They just don't work. And for me today, these are it. They just don't work. These are like Halloween lashes and I'm not a fan. So if you want some good lashes, please, Salon Perfect, Ardell, Allure, Kiss, these are just not it. But overall, I do really like this look. I feel like I need some bomb lashes though to like really complete it, but it's a cute look. I like the eyeshadows, especially for $9. I think this is a cute palette. I'll definitely keep using this. I really also did like the complexion for the most part. The thing that I really didn't love or that I wasn't crazy about is the primer, just because I definitely recommend the e.l.f. Poreless Putty. The original and the matte for me is much better than this. It's just, I didn't see a huge difference. It wasn't life-changing, so this I wouldn't recommend, but I do love the rest of the complexion. I mean, the foundation and concealer combo is bomb, especially if you have very oily skin and you want a nice soft matte finish. You will love that. I also love the setting powder, even though it's a little bit too drying for my skin at the moment. I think for the summertime, this is going to be perfect. It's a great touch-up powder, great setting powder for the face. I think it's great. The concealer is so good, you guys. I also really like the darker shade for cream bronzing. This is incredible, and it's only $4. Obsessed with the bronzer, the blush, the highlight. I think this is so seamless, so pigmented, and like just so nice on the skin. It's not muddy, and I feel like all of the products, they kind of have the perfect amount of pigment to them. I also really love the brow products, especially the brow pomade. This is really good, so I will be adding this to my favorites list for sure. The lip oil is fantastic. I also do like the lip color, and I'm really excited about this Velvet Plush lip color. I'm going to be getting more shades because this felt really good on the lips, and I really like it. The lipstick also, like, I'm not mad about it. Like, it definitely looks better now versus the first time I applied it. It was completely splotchy. It might look a little splotchy, but I feel like with lip liner it might look a little bit better. For the price, I'm not mad about it. I really actually like the color as well, especially with the eye makeup. So setting spray also not bad. The nozzle, like the spritzer on it, isn't my favorite, but it's not bad. It's not terrible. Yeah, overall, I'm really impressed. I think LA Colors is definitely worth trying. Super cute brand, very affordable. So if you guys have any amazing LA Color recommendations, please let me know down below in the comments, and let me know what brand you guys want to see next. I'm thinking a high-end brand because I've done many drugstore videos recently, so let me know what high-end brand you want to see for my next one brand look. And also don't forget to check out my playlist down below if you want to see more one brand tutorials. Thank you guys so much for being here. Love you all, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!